chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. I can put in the air fryer. I'm about to go to the store and watch TV.
Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. I dreamed and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers, say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. You won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. You won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. You can't stop this. You can't stop this.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints. The kicker Chad Ryland has this one teed up, and we are underway from the Superdome. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At their own 26-yard line. To throw right away is Shuck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Brings up second and 10. Here's second and 10. Shuck now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Anytime they think they've got him over beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So two incompletions have led him to an early third and 10. Now Shuck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, if got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Good footwork at the 30. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, 65 yards. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Ryland now following the touchdown. Back out to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At their own 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
But they certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Throwing, Shuck. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
To throw now, Shuck. There's Chris Olave. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. To throw is Shuck. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
4 yards on the pickup.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Shuck will throw on 3rd and goal. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always wanted to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Going for it. Here's Etienne. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Brissett. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now he'll take this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Second and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Gain of 12. First down, Arizona.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man here is Benson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
16.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Benson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 7-7, our score after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, check. 12X.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Saints 7. Jack Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32. Get down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 67 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Cardinals take over 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Cardinals first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Brissett. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
To throw is Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. That's taken in by Duvernay. And a nice job to break free with one tackle, but slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
19. Okay. 20. Good. Hey.
On 3rd down, here's Benson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Brissett sets to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. First carry for James Conner. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye there the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett.
Yeah, he's open. He saw it.
Sacked at the 10. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there.
Oh, come on, man.
It backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Brissett. And he's going to go down. Safe back at the 13-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Chad Weiland on for the Arizona field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Baker with a pick. And those words are
Oh.
at the 30-yard line. Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it was caught downfield by Harrison. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
19, set. 120, 120, motion, 19,
Brissett.
Hit the wrong button.
And it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Shuck. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. And whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get.
That one hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. This up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, Brissett. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw now, Shuck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll run with ETN. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. From the gun, Shuck. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Brissett. This is taken in by McBride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 32 on the play.
When you get into the second half of the tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done.
What's up, sir?
Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Said low on engine oil. All right, so we probably need to, before you drive it tomorrow, you probably need to check the oil. You know how to do it?
Come up on a 1st and 10.
I said so.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
Yeah.
He stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We got your last oil change at Okay, so we probably go there. They probably just we need to check it before you drive over to make sure it's not Let me see.
Brissett now. That is incomplete.
Yeah, we'll check your oil first, and then we'll So yeah, basically we'll check the oil, and then you'll check it over before next time you drive it, and then we'll see where it is, and then when you drive it, we'll go over here and get refill your oil over here at Take 5, all right? Okay, we'll do that. All right. Okay. Love you too. Bye.
certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
In motion left is Wilson. 4th down, Brissett. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. To throw is Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. From right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Shuck now to throw. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that
Dang it.
the offense this go around. Well, that'll be incomplete. They took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Okay. 12.
Here's Brissett. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, my gosh.
Incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity
That's a good
was there to
loss.
launch the deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
To kick off for Arizona.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it, go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Shuck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Shuck here on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cards are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
31. Saints 17. Chad Ryland to kick off for
So
Arizona.
after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Connecting with Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a run here, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here comes 2nd down.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
19 tight, 19, 60 Maverick.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now Shuck on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 161 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on the wheels.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
It's 3rd down.
Go.
Another run here with Benson.
Look at the passing play.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here in week 1.
Hi. Yes. So this all happened because of Jack. So basically, at school, me, Nick, Jack, and my friend Sam were all playing with this empty water bottle that I have at school. We're just kicking around and like trying to put something in it. We were bored. And basically, um, Nick was asking for the ball, not ball, asking for the bottle. So I kicked it for him so he can get it. And then Jack swooped in near a table on a brick wall and tried to go under Nick and get it. Nick is big. Yeah, Nick is bigger and stronger than Jack. So of course he made Nick was running to go get it and Jack was in and Nick didn't see him at the time because he kind of went low. So he didn't see him in his vision and kind of shoved Jack on accident into the chair. I mean not chair, the table and the brick wall and Jack got hurt and kind of bruised himself on his belly. And after that, Jack started crying and got yeah. He is the only one being straight home. He's the only one because he kind of snickered a little bit because how Jack got hurt and how he was having a fit about it, like the hissy fit about it was funny and I was laughing too. But apparently,
Hey, look. Hey, look.
yes, Dad,
Who you talking to?
Gabriel's dad because something happened in school. It's nothing serious.
Okay.
Yes, apparently. Yeah, it was because after that, Gabriel like kind of felt bad a little bit because Jack was really mad because he got hurt. So and Jack got really mad, so he ran up to like a tree and he kept crying and was mad. So Gabriel walked up and tried to apologize, trying to make things right. And then Jack started yelling at him and calling him R word. Yes, and then Gabriel still was trying to apologize. Mind you, Jack never apologized for making stabbing motions with the stick at Gabriel and actually cut his hand. So I don't know why he didn't apologize or whatever. Then after that, teacher came out, only got Jack's part of the story, didn't ask Gabriel, didn't ask Gabriel anyone else what happened, and then she just thought that it was all Gabriel's fault, and that's why it's delayed. That's why it's delayed. but he is like, yeah. But I will say that he knows better because he's in regular and he's literally in AC classes, which is like higher level than us. But yeah, but what I will say is that Nick and Gabriel have had a couple arguments in the past. They're made up by now. But even after, and Gabriel can agree with me with this, Gabriel's so legit, like this happened many times. He will be walking towards the table to the side of the school, and Jack will just like as soon as he sees Gabriel, it's on site, he will just like assault Gabriel for no reason, even if him and Gabriel are like friends. Yeah.
Hey, Luke, what's the R word?
I don't want to say it.
Well, spell it then. What's the R word? Spell it.
R E T.
Retard?
Yes.
Got you. Got you.